The radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Giants and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Ready?
Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. He'll get that underneath ETN. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. So he stopped for no gain, and that will bring up 2nd down. The Jaguars at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield now, Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On the ready. Hurry, hurry. Look at me. Go, go. Bravo.
They go play action now. Lawrence, they'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. Lawrence will throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Go, go. Go. Hey, wahoo.
Here's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
61, max box, light.
Once more, ETN. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try to run with ETN. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a giant first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for a Giants first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Across the middle and into the hands of Ridley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, It is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Now Lawrence on first down. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, a quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Gano's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Look at me. Get back.
On first down, Lawrence. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, Delta.
Lawrence going to throw again. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, Charles, you know, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Hey, exit. Hurry.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. He's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Off play action. Jones. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Jones now to throw from his end zone. He's got this into the hands of Barkley coming across the field. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
You got bombers. You got bombers. Hey, Orvis. Hey, Alpha.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Julian Love picks it.
And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your...
Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
He's got Bellinger.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Looking to throw, Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about him culminating with a pick 6?
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finding ETN here, catching it on the out route. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Rolling to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown! Travis Etienne. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. An extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And my goodness, another interception.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Hey, stand up! And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 20-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Etienne.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
One more time with Etienne.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21. Throwing Jones. And this one too low.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Hey, box up, box up.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
You go, Parker. Go.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement.
In the presence of the realest essence, I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the like we knew it all, not afraid to do it all.